And the Foxes win the tip. Kurt Reed wheels the ball inside, and it's stolen by Kevin King, but, excuse me, he can't control it from going out of bounds.
Trippy and King kind of got tangled up, both of them with a shot at the basketball. Neither could find the handle.
Sturm goes inside, and that was a nice anticipation by Harst, and he got fouled by Brian Sloan, who might have got hit in the mouth. Sloan is holding his right cheek, as you see him there, lying on the floor at the Assembly Hall. Let's see. I really didn't see what happened to Sloan. Did you, Keith?
Yes, I did. It was the result of an excellent defensive play by Harst. After Harst got the ball that was intended for Sloan, and we'll see on the replay. Here's the ball coming inside now. Knocked away beautifully, and he just dove for the ball. I think he landed right on the floor.
So Brian Sloan is going to perhaps come out of the game here for a moment. And there he is walking across and out of the game. And now McLeansboro decides to call a timeout. So with 7:48 to go and McLeansboro in the lead, one of your network sponsors is DeKalb Pfizer Genetics. And likely is going to be out of the lineup. No, let's see. He stands back up now as he sat there for a moment. There he is, 45 in the huddle, so he'll be playing.
Big more than that, the sideline of Sloan, I think.
We certainly remember his father's career at the Chicago Bulls for so many years. He was Evansville.
University of Illinois first, briefly, then Evansville.
He was a hard-nosed player and a coach. Harfst in the backcourt for the Ducks. Here they come. They sliced into that lead, and then McLeansboro has now got it back to 7. Let's see if Havana can come back here. They run their offense. A lot of screens down low. They get it to the 7-footer David King for a layup. So David King pulls Havana within 5. Sturm with the ball. Zone defense, Havana all the way. It's easier with the big people with the zones. They get those arms stretched out. They're double teaming Brian Sloan inside, so Kirsch tries. Chip Boggs picked it off in the air. Havana never seems in a hurry. Harst tries to beat his man to the baseline left. Here comes the 7-footers. Left-handed hook this time is not good by David King. Kirsch rebounds and kicks it out. Kurt Reed and Sturm team up on the right side. They go in the middle. Sloan steps in, turns around, puts it up. It doesn't go, but he drew the foul on David King, David's second. David King's only 16 years old.
He will grow some more. Brian Sloan lining up on that high post, roaming down the middle, took that nice feed, picked up the second foul on David King, 2 free throws.
Brian Sloan shoots free throws at 73%. He has 13 in the game. Reminds you of his father. Here's the shot. Down. 14 points. And a 7-point McLeansboro lead.
A 1-3-1 McLeansboro zone now. 1-3-1 zone defense.
And Trempe tries over it. And that's one of the things that Trevor Trempe can do against the zone.
Especially from that corner, which is one of the open spots against the 1-3-1 zone.
6 points for Trempe. 5-point Fox lead. Here in white. Rod Irwin. Going to try to punch the ball inside again if they can't. Reed makes a move and shoots. He missed. And it goes out of bounds to Havana.
Well, you know, with Trevor Trempe out front on that zone defense, most of these guards cannot believe that they're being guarded by somebody 6'6.5" out front. That doesn't happen to them during the regular season.
Speaking of still growing, there's another one. I wonder if they'll keep playing him at guard if he's 6'8". Boggs. Chip Boggs put it in. And it's a 3-point McLeansboro lead. Havana's coming right back again. Both of these teams determined to finish third in the state of Illinois, Class A. Kirsch is along the baseline. Now it's Irwin. Harst rebounds for Havana. Havana could cut it to 1 at the 5:28 mark, third quarter. Frank Bissoni and Art Kimball, along with Coach Keith Baldwin from the Assembly Hall. Kevin King slides to the left. Harst found his spot. Yes.
You know, I think Havana's running their offense better than they have any time tonight. A lot of good movement of people and the ball.
And David Lee says, let's quit this a minute. McLeansboro's lead has gone down to 1, 34-33. We'll be back in a minute. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Just look at the size of that Havana ball club, Frank. And viewers get a good look at that zone. It's like 5 towers. Even the guards look big.
Ron Felling said they're bigger than the Bulls.
Maybe.
8-2, they've outscored McLeansboro in this quarter until then. And that basket went down. I think Tracy Sturm got it. It was Sturm along the baseline, and Ms. McLeansboro a 3-point lead at the 4:45 mark. Harst there again. He just marks an X right on that spot, goes to it, and drills it. He's got 8.
McLeansboro was back to that man-to-man. They only stayed in that 1-3-1 zone one time down the floor.
Trevor Trempe drilled one from the corner, and that was enough of that.
David Lee wants to know why they aren't out on those outside shooters.
Here comes Kurt Reed. Just the bottom of the net from 17 feet. Kurt Reed just banged it in. He's got 14. It's a 3-point game, 4:22 in the third. Chip Boggs right there. He's a hard-nosed player. Trempe goes against Reed. That's a good matchup. 6'6" against 6'4". And there's 7-foot hook shot. And his brother rebounds. It's jump ball, tied up. David King hooked, and Kevin King rebounded and got tied up.
You know, Frank, David King hadn't made very many of those hook shots, but it's very obvious to me that he and his coach have been working very hard on that as one of his offensive weapons, both with the left hand and right hand. I'd say he'll make a lot of them before he's through at Havana.
It's astonishing to me. He's only 16. Boggs' shot is not good, but he's got it back. Now it's in the lane, and David King rolls it up and off, and Kevin King's going to get called for a foul on the rebound. That's 3 personals on Kevin King.
Okay, we'll see one Kevin fouling another one as Kevin King fouls Kevin Kirsch. Kirsch ends up on the floor. McLeansboro ends up with the ball.
Kevin King's 3rd personal foul, a factor certainly. He stays in the game. 2-3 Havana zone. There you see the score. 3:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wilkerson at guard with Irwin. Irvin comes all the way in, puts it up, no good. Brian Sloan tips once. And who's got this one? McLeansboro keeps it. Rod Irvin, number 22, has been a very valuable asset for the Foxes, coming off the bench and replacing Darren Lee, who hurt his ankle in game 1 of this tournament. There's Irvin. The zone slides with the ball, looking for a seam in it, looking to pop somebody in the open in the middle.
Sloan very active in that middle on the offense.
He took it in. I don't even know if you could hear it. We could hear him make the sound as he went to the basket. 16 points for Brian Sloan. A 5-point lead by the Foxes again. Havana's got a chance to answer here. Chip Boggs is in tight. The King brothers exchange the ball. There's Trempe. Inside Boggs, left-hand layup. Nice pass by Trempe.
Nice pass by Trempe, and that's Boggs' patented move to the basket on that little left-handed layup.
That's 9 points for Boggs, and here's a spinning one-hander that's down for Kurt Reed. 16 for Reed. 42-37, McLeansboro, 2:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. They're scoring here. The shooting is much, much better. Ooh, I thought Kevin King might take it. Boggs will. It's off. Wilkerson saves it inbounds to the Foxes. Sloan likes to throw that ball half court.
With authority. With authority.
He really does. And that's a good asset if you're going to have a running team, to have a guy that can take the ball off the glass and wheel it out there. Here he comes again. Kurt Reed got the rebound, but he got called for a foul, and he even put it back up and in. Kurt Reed just came in, took the rebound, and stuck it back in.
You know, possibly because of the size of that zone that Havana has, I think Brian Sloan has faded away more tonight than we've seen him fade away in the other two games put together, Frank.
Tim Barrett in the game right there on your camera for the Havana Ducks. A 6'1" junior. Here's a lob inside to David King. Now Harston near his location misses. Kevin King rebounds, puts it up. Look at this scramble. Jump ball. Let's get physical. 42, Tracy Sturm returns for the Foxes. And Rod Irvin checks out. Sloan and Kevin King. Boy, Sloan's a quick jumper, too, isn't he?
Very good spring. Gets up very well.
The Foxes have the ball. 1:44 to go and a 5-point advantage for McLeansboro. They are out of Hamilton County. Wilkerson's on the left. He's got some problems. He finds Reed. Reed turns and shoots. 18 points for Kurt Reed.
He had 12 this afternoon, had been averaging 17.
1:18 to play, and McLeansboro's built it back up to 7. Havana have to cut back into it again. Kevin King's shot is short. He's got it back. He puts it up. His brother David rebounded for 2. David King at the 1:02 mark, a 5-point game now. For David King, 6 points. Wilkerson's alone. Rattled out. He's alone again. Sturm goes all the way in to Kirsch for 2. Nice play by Sturm.
Very nice play. I'll tell you, the action underneath both boards is really something to behold. I hope our viewers can see this. Try to watch any time a shot's up.
32 seconds now. David King at 7 feet kicks it outside. McLeansboro by 7. Trempy's shot is not good. Wilkerson's going to run. 3-on-2 against him. He slows it up.
One shot, Frank.
Okay, the Foxes' David Lee says 1 shot, fellas. 16 seconds now. They'll run the offense right about 12. Here it comes. Go.
Probably 9. Kurt Lee. Kurt Reed. No, inside
There's Sloan. There's a collision. No whistle. Sturm put it up. No good. 3 seconds. The ball's on the floor. And that's it. A lot of action. And that ends 3 periods of play at the Assembly Hall in the third-place game, where McLeansboro leads Havana by 7. We'll be back at the Assembly Hall in just a minute.
Quite 2 semifinal battles today, though, because these 2 teams we're seeing right now battled them to the wire.
That is for certain. Trempy. 1 quarter to play in the third-place game, and McLeansboro has the lead. And here's a shot up and home by Rick Huffman. His first 2-pointer. It's a 5-point game now. You get the feeling Havana's determined to make a run at this.
This will really be our 5th straight airtight ball game in this tournament. I see no indication of McLeansboro taking the big lead.
Here's a steal. It's by Huffman. The Ducks come up. Kevin King stops and looks. Hars makes his move. Now Trempy. Trempy's a left-hander. Very patient Havana team. There's the ball in the middle on the floor. Another one of those wild scrambles, and now a traveling violation. And the coaches say something to the officials like, "Are we watching the same game?" Third quarter stats. Havana 17 of 38, 44%. McLeansboro better, 20 of 41, 48%. Free throw shooting favors McLeansboro at 6 out of 7. Rebounds 2 better by McLeansboro, and Havana has 5 turnovers to 4 for the Foxes. Now Huffman's in the corner. It's a 5-point game. There's the ball kicked loose. There's another wild scramble down the court and a whistle. Foul's going to be on Rob Hart. There's David Lee. Wants to know how many fouls that is.
McLeansboro defense clawed that ball away again. Hart stopped the fast break by committing the foul.
Not only do we have a big game coming up tonight, we'll be back here next weekend for the AA quarterfinals, semifinals, and championships. We hope you'll join us then. Tracy Sturm goes down the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound came down to Harsh. Here's a pass down the sidelines. It's going to stay with Havana. Good effort by Sturm.
Yes, Sturm made a beautiful drive to the basket on the offensive end. He couldn't get it to go down. Hustled back, almost made the big defensive play.
He plays like he's got a gymnasium in his house. Somebody told me his parents bought a schoolhouse and renovated it and actually has a gym in his house. There's a move and a score by Kevin King. 12 points for Kevin. It's a 3-point game again. And here we go again. Fourth quarter, tight. Inside it goes. And Kurt Reed lost the handle, and all of a sudden, momentum goes toward Havana.
Reed tried to make a baseline move. The ball went right off his leg out of bounds.
Chip Boggs into the game for Havana. Tim Barrett is out. Barrett will be back next year for the Ducks. He's a junior, 6'1".
Both coaches have done a fine job moving their personnel in and out of this ball game, Frank.
Huffman is 31. 6 minutes now to play in the game. 3-point lead for the Foxes, and the Ducks are trying to cut it to 1. Can Huffman do it? Kurt Reed springs well for the rebound. Assembly Hall really filled up now. Wilkerson on the right gives to Reed. He clears himself, turns, lobs inside. Sloan. And Kevin King worked hard to get that one off the board. Now the Ducks can cut it to 1. 5:30. Boggs slides in, puts it up. And a foul on Rod Irvin. I think Chip Boggs will get 2.
Hey, watch Chip Boggs now. As he receives this pass, drives the baseline, goes up for the basket, doesn't get it. The foul is on Sloan.
Oh, it's on Sloan, his 4th.
Sloan's 4th is right.
Excuse me. Sloan picked up his 4th foul. 5:26 left to play. Boggs misses the free throw. He has 9 points in the game, and he's 1 out of 4 at the foul line.
Rod Irvin tried to take credit for that call, but the officials wouldn't let him have it. It went to Sloan.
Well, he fooled me. Free throw was missed, but the Ducks retain possession. Here comes Trevor Trempe. Oh, he threw it to Boggs, and it got away.
That was Trevor Trempe at his best, but his teammate wasn't ready that time.
Kevin Kirsch is going to come back in for the Foxes. The 6'3" senior. Now he's going to have to go down to the other end to find who he's going to take the place of. It's Wilkerson. And the number 1 academic rank in the class, the senior class, comes out. Basketball takes a lot of time commitment, and these scholars that do that really show you something.
They deserve credit on both courts.
Really should be mentioned. Reed, the Sturm, they exchange. We're coming toward 5 minutes to go in the game, and here comes Brian Sloan, shot short. It was partially deflected and taken down by Trempe, and once again, Havana can cut to 1. These teams know this game's on the line, and they want it.
Trevor Trempe only has 6 points tonight, Frank. I'm anxious to see if he'll put some up here with 4 minutes to go.
As you mentioned, one of these teams is going to go out their season a winner in their last game. Huffman's shot is there. His 4th point. It's a 1-point game at the 4:30 mark. So what else is new? Sloan barges into the post, and Sturm tries outside. Look at the rebound by Kurt Reed. He turns around and fires it up. He's got it back. He fakes and he walks. 7th turnover on the Foxes. 6 on Havana. And now Havana says timeout. 4:13 to play in the game. McLeansboro by a nervous 1 point. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb Pfizer Genetics. For an all-out war for the championship. Man-to-man for the Foxes. Can Havana take the lead? I can't remember that they've ever led. Boggs is in the corner. They were behind 10 at the end of one quarter. They were behind 7 at the half and 7 after 3. There's the shot that is not good. It comes outside to Harst. He sends it inside for a charging foul on Havana.
Chip Boggs. Watch the pass go inside to Chip Boggs. And very good defensive position as Boggs tried to make that move of his to the bucket, but at this time he picked up the offensive foul.
And if it had gone the other way, Brian Sloan would be sitting down right now. He has 4 personals. Havana in a zone. 3:38 to play. McLeansboro the ball and a 1-point advantage. Irvin. Look at the battle in there. Kirsch. It's out of bounds. Havana. We started this tournament with 2 rather easy victories by the first 2 teams, McLeansboro and Flanagan. Since then, it's been, as Al McGuire would say, white knucklers. Prempeh, this is Harst. Look at that. He has 10, and he refuses to miss from that spot.
That's his spot, and I'll tell you, offensively, Kurt Reed really wants the ball down here for McLeansboro.
Havana has taken the lead by 1. 3 minutes to play. You like to see players who want the ball in the guts of the game.
He's directing traffic, trying to get the ball back around to his side.
He's got it now. He's looking inside. Inside it goes. This is Havana's first lead since 2-0, and Boggs is on the fly. Look at that play by Reed. Now that might have saved the layup. Havana led 2-0 in this game and now leads 47-46.
Trevor Prempeh on the bounce pass. But look at Kurt Reed hustling back, and it did save a basket.
No shot as yet. Next one will put Havana on the bonus.
Thank you, Art. Harst outside. And Sturm knows he's got to keep him from that one area of the floor, and there's another foul on Kurt Reed, his 3rd.
And the Ducks go on the bonus as a result.
And they have a chance to pad their lead at 2:33 to play in the game.
Havana has really showed the value of patience in this game, haven't they? Refused to fold, to stay close enough. Now a little spurt at the finish. They're in contention.
Even when they were behind, they ran that offense very patiently and very effectively.
Prempeh missed it. Rebound Kirsch. Foul. And it's on Chip Boggs. For Boggs, his 4th.
And that puts the Foxes on the bonus as well.
Well, now the shoe's on the other foot as McLeansboro can come down with a 1 and bonus and take the lead. Kevin Kirsch hasn't tried a free throw tonight. He has 6 points in the game, and he shoots free throws at 62%. 1 and bonus. What we have is a tie. And the lead is back to the Foxes. There is Bob Gregory, Havana. Now they'll see if his team can take the lead back. 2:25 left. Who's going to get the ball now? Inside Chip Boggs. Fakes and turns and shoots it in. He shot it to the ceiling and it fell through the bottom.
It had to go to the ceiling because it had to clear a jumping Brian Sloan.
At the 2:10 mark, Havana by 1. A dandy of a 3rd-place game. Brian Sloan, 15-footer, rattles out. Irwin's got it. Good offensive rebound there by Irvin. And he's done that well. McLeansboro finds Kirsch underneath. He turns and shoots. Good! The lead changes again at 1:45. 50-49 McLeansboro. Who will win 3rd place? We've got 1:38 to find out. Boggs again, partially blocked. Boggs again is fouled, and what determination by Chip Boggs. Foul is on Kurt Reed. That's his 4th.
Here you'll see Chip Boggs again coming up. They're trying to take the ball to Boggs because he's being guarded by Sloan. He gets his own rebound, goes up again, picks up the 4th foul on Reed. Boggs at the line for 2.
Boggs made the first free throw, and that was his second free throw he's made in the game. He has 12, now 13. And Havana gets the lead back on 2 free throws by Boggs. A minute and a half to play, and the game is still very much in doubt. Reed and Sturm. They're still working the ball to get a good shot. McLeansboro has it, and they're down 1. They go to their big man, Sloan, for the turnaround. Reed rebounds, scores. Kurt Reed's 20th point puts McLeansboro in the lead at the 1:06 mark.
Well, he has beautiful spring on that offensive board.
Lob to the goal, layup, Huffman missed. Nice set play, it couldn't go down. And Huffman just barely missed it. And Sturm's in the back, 53 seconds. McLeansboro the ball and the lead. Who will they foul?
They'll spread it out now. Probably Irvin. I think Irvin.
They haven't fouled him yet. 40 seconds. Now Reed. Reed goes to the goal and in. The basket counts, and he's called for charging 22 points. It looked for a moment that he didn't know what to do, and since the basket was open. That is 5 fouls on Kurt Reed, and he fouls out with a magnificent 22-point effort.
I think you're absolutely right. He found himself 2 times. I think Havana thought they were going to put it away, and an avenue was left to the basket, and he took full advantage of it.
Now, McLeansboro leads 54-51 with 34 seconds, and there's timeout on the court. But there's free throws to be shot on the other end, and we'll be back here at Assembly Hall in just a minute. Championship games on March 26th. Now, Rick Huffman, 58% foul shooter, has a very important one and bonus. Under pressure.
Rick Huffman's been a good shooter in this tournament coming off the bench, Frank.
What is required in sports many times is grace under pressure. It's a 2-point lead for McLeansboro, and they have the ball. But Havana still has a chance. Here's a pass up ahead to Sloan, now to Wilkerson. 25 seconds, double teamed and fouled by Trempy. Trevor Trempy picks up the foul. One and bonus. The reaction from the crowd is because the McLeansboro crowd wanted a 2-shot foul.
Coach David Lee expected a 2-shot foul. It's obvious that that's who Havana wanted to go to foul. So we'll see if they made a good decision as they send number 30, Scott Wilkerson, to the line.
He has not tried a free throw. McLeansboro is 8 of 10 free throw shooting. And Wilkerson made it. A 61% foul shooter, and now it's a 3-point lead for McLeansboro. Very, very important free throw. 24 seconds. He made them both. Wilkerson in the clutch delivers the goods. Now Hart. And Havana needs a shot in a hurry. Here's Boggs. He's short. This one's going to belong to the guys in white. The foul goes against Havana. It's on Huffman with 15 seconds to go. A dejected Rick Huffman walks the other way and looks at the scoreboard, which says 56-52 McLeansboro.
McLeansboro is beginning to celebrate a little bit now, but there have been very few early celebrations in these last 5 ball games that we've covered, Frank.
McLeansboro has 10 of 11 at the free throw line in this game. Havana 8 of 15, and there's a big difference in the ball game. For Havana, number 5, Todd Turner, a 5'10 junior, just checked in. And Sloan's free throw rolls in. Sloan with 17. And now timeout, Havana. With only 15 seconds left, a 5-point lead, and one of your network sponsors is Spoffer Chemical Company. Ken Road is a 6'1 senior. Harry Miller, 5'11 senior. 11, Todd Patton. who is a 5'9" sophomore, and 5, Todd Turner, is a 5'10" junior for Havana. And that is a good and important gesture. All right. Ryan Sloan will shoot one more. He can't miss being on the all-tournament team. He just made it 58-52 with 14 seconds left. Todd Patton comes up. On the side, slipped out, is blocked by Sloan. And the Foxes, 3, 2, 1, the game is over. McLeansboro wins third place over Havana by the final score of 58-52. And McLeansboro's crowd is celebrating. And there go the two teams over to say congratulations to each other, two of the fine teams in the state of Illinois. The 31st victory by that man, David Lee, on the season. Havana closes